Hello and welcome to Mad About Sports. Today we are here with a fascinating story. It's about a football club which we all should know about. As we know, when we talk about Bundesliga, we talk about some of the Premier most team. It's Bayern Munich, we talk about Dortmund. But in the recent past, there are some of the most fascinating stories coming from Bundesliga. We know a story about Freiburg, who really made it to a cup final after so long. A club run by fans completely. German football is all about fans. And you all know about the 50 plus 1 rule where fans really own a stake in the club. Now, similarly, now when we talk about another club just totally fan owned, it is Union Berlin. It is a team from Germany who started its fleet way back in 1960s. Now, when we talk about German footballing system, after the World War, definitely Germany was split into two. You had a Germany which had tie-up with Soviet Union and a Germany which was tied up with UK, France, and United States as well. And everyone know about the German and the big Berlin Wall. Now that is where Union Berlin in 1990s became the first ever team to get into Bundesliga, the German top flight. And from there, it's been a story of a lot more disappointment than a lot of ups. In 2004 and 5, Union Berlin faced relegation back to back. And that is where this club was on the brink of bankruptcy. And what happened there? The fans of Union Berlin decided to run a campaign called Blood for Union to save the club. And they donated blood and they tried to save the club from bankruptcy it was going to face there. And from there on in 2008, the club was almost on the brink of losing its license. Now that is very interesting. How often have you heard the stadium being collapsed and stadium in very poor conditions and the club going to lose license? Yes, it did happen. Stadion Under in Berlin was going to lose its license, and that's where the fans came together to rebuild the stadium. They came together as one strong unit. They all decided that they will be the ones who will reconstruct that stadium and get Union Berlin its survival status in German football. And from there on, 2019, it completely changed. They qualified into the mighty Bundesliga once again, and it just changed from there. In 2022, at the end of the season, under Urs Fischer, they did make it to the Europa League as well, finishing in top six. Now, in 2022-23, there's a most exciting season for Union Berlin, where fortunes have turned around in a completely new fashion. Under Urs Fischer, they are on level points with Bayern Munich and Dortmund, and this could well be the year where they could even go on to win the league. Can this be the most beautiful story in footballing history? When you talk about fairy tales, this has to be right up there. And they've also created history by making it into the round of 16s of the Europa League by thumping over Ajax 3-1 aggregate. And that is what makes it even more exciting. It's been a team, a collective performance, a lot of fans who have really shown a lot of faith over so many years to make this club survive. A club which you will not talk about, but a club which proves why football and why the real core values of fans should hold its value at its utmost. In an era which is filled with a lot of money, in an era which is dominated by some of the big clubs, these kind of stories is what makes football very special. These kind of stories will be remembered forever and ever. And Union Berlin is one such story. And if you did like this video, do not forget to share and also subscribe to our channel. And do let us know in the comments, what do you reckon about Union Berlin's rise as the giants of German football? And can they go on to win the Bundesliga as well? Thank you all of you and do stay tuned.